Okay, we're gonna go over the Gemini AI usage for the different tiers, and this is a constantly changing topic, or at least the costs and the usage requirements or max limits is changing all the time. But anyway, so we're going to try to go over this a little bit to make it make sense. All right, so there are different subscription tiers. And what's going on is, of course, obviously Gemini wants to make some money, but they also want you to have what you need. And so Google now measures Gemini usage by compute power instead of by request. And so this started probably around May of 2026, and it is now July 2026. So it's not by request count anymore. It balances the compute power, the how complex the prompts are, and basically how much you consume. And so the day-to-day access varies due to testing, experimentation, or availability. Limits may vary or differ by day and capacity. So that's what Google says. So basically it says we can change it on you if we want. But the gist is you have a free tier, you have AI Plus, you have AI Pro, and you have AI Ultra. And there's two versions of AI Ultra, one for I think $100 and one for like $200. And so the way the subscription tiers work as far as how much compute you can get is the free tier is like your standard. That's one. Again, they don't give you a count. They just say that's the standard. So free, if you get free, you might get 5 one day, you might get 10 the next day, kind of thing. And then AI Plus, the standard is going to be twice as much as that. So whatever the free tier gives you, if you do AI Plus, you get twice as much. And then that is about $9 a month. $4.99 a month. AI Pro will give you about 4 times the standard, or 4 times the free version. And so that is around $19 a month. And then AI Ultra gives you 5 times or 20 times more. So there's 2 versions of AI Ultra. I think there's one for $100 and one for $200. And then the way that it happens, or the way they measure it, is, again, they do it by compute power. But the usage limits, with the way that they're trying to help you figure it out, is you can go to your settings and there's now a usage component. And so there's a 5-hour bar, and so that resets every 5 hours. And that's, you can call that almost your 5-hour usage benchmark, or you can call it your daily usage. And then there's a weekly one. So I'm going to show you how to get to it and how to use it. So if you go to your Google Gemini and you look for your icon on the bottom left, your avatar, and then your settings, you click on your settings, and then you see the button that says usage limits, and then you see what you got. So I'm on the Pro account. Right now it says my current usage is 5%, and it resets at 11:51 a.m., which is pretty good because it's 10:30 a.m. right now, and I have hardly used anything today, or at least in the last 5 hours. And then my weekly limit is only at 8%, and that resets on Tuesday, July 21st at 5:51 a.m. And again, that's not a lot, and I actually use it a lot, but I do think sometimes, like, I'll use Google search and use AI mode for things also, which helps me bring down or not use Gemini Pro as much as I need. I usually use it for images and videos, and I do a lot of projects, and I do a lot of Notebook LM, and then so that's now Google Notebook. But that's how you do it. So let me go through it one more time. And so let me do, so you're on the Gemini page. This does work on your mobile device as well. Go to settings, look for usage limits, and there you go. You see it. And so I'm going to go on my phone, even though you can't see it, and I'm going to look up my Gemini app, and I am going to go to my settings. And then I'm going to look for usage limits, and it says exactly the same thing. So it does work. Hopefully it helps you a little bit. At least try to keep track of where you're at. And if you run out of compute, or if something's going wrong in Gemini, you can go to your usage limits and see if it's related to maxing out your limitations. Alrighty, I hope this helps a little bit. What else can I tell you before I hang up? There are context window sizes, so that's important too. So there are differences in performance as well. So if you have the free tier, the performance can be affected compared to the ultra. And so how does that happen? It can occur through your window sizes. So the context window size for free is 32,000 tokens, and that's about 96,000 words. Your AI Plus is 128,000 tokens, and AI Pro is 1 million, and so is Ultra, million tokens. So that also affects your performance. And so hopefully this helps a little bit. Sorry, I almost forgot that. And one more thing, let me look at my stuff, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Again, 5-hour bar, so it resets every 5 hours on your Gemini usage window, and it also resets weekly. So I hope this helps a little bit. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.